Same with the iron mask. I don't know what the translation in Chinese. So, Sam Kim Hup is well known. The man of iron mask is also well known. But I doubt anybody has read all 6 of them. So, early in my retirement, I actually read all 6 of them. He has 2 interesting quotes. If God was suddenly condemned to live the life which he had inflicted upon man, he would kill himself. I hope this doesn't offend any religious person here. And then it's not from me, okay? He's from Thomas. So if you get mad at him. Here also another interesting quote. How is it that little children are so intelligent and men so stupid? It must be education that does it. So these quotes are from Alexander Dumas. When in 2002, at his bicentennial, the president of France at that time gave him a very nice quote. Okay, I also read some thrillers by contemporary authors. One is James Peterson, another is Richard North Peterson, a bunch of them. I read them all. And then I also read some politics-related books and some not so easy physics-related books. Oh, by the way, this is a Maxwell. It's a poster in my study. Our hero, Maxwell, is among the posters. A relatively new activity appeared a few years ago. That is writing book reviews. It started unexpectedly in October 2020. I had just read a book called The Hidden Habits of Genius by a person named Craig Wright. He was a professor of music at Yale University. I sent him some comments, and he liked the comments, and he said, why don't you write it up as a review and post it on Amazon? I have never tried that before, but I took up his suggestion and wrote a review of his book, and to my surprise, I had no problem posting it on the Amazon website. In fact, they praised my review of his book first among the other reviews. And Professor Wright was happy. And then he said to me, perhaps you have discovered a new career as a book review writer. So I took up his suggestion, and by September 2020, I have written more than 20 of them. And with the help of my second son, Stephen, we actually, I wrote more than 20 reviews. And after seeing some of them, Professor Wright said, you should create a website to house these reviews. So in September 2021, Stephen and me created a website. It's just called kaifongni.com. So here it is. If you just type kaifongni.com on your phone, this would appear, okay? And as of November 1st, 2023, just a few days before I came, there are 85 reviews on the website, on my website. For the 21 books bought from Amazon, their reviews are also posted on Amazon. In fact, according to Amazon, there are 140,000 views of my reviews. And of that, 823 hearts. What a heart means is somebody click helpful. So one helpful is one heart. So apparently there are 823 hearts of these reviews. Amazon also labeled many of these as top positive review and top review from the United States. One bad review, I usually don't write bad reviews, but one I really don't like. So I write a bad one, and they call it top critical review. Okay, so once I mentioned this to a former classmate of mine, and he said, 你撈過界. Okay, so here is what would appear in Amazon if my review appear as top positive review. It will show up among the reviews like this, top positive review. They just call me Kai Lee instead of Kai Fong Lee. This is top review from the United States. This is from the review of the book, The Lessons of History by Will and Ariel Durant. Okay, so here's just an example of the book review in last year. It includes leadership, philosophy, autobiography, biography, history, music, science, literature, fiction, and others. I find that a book related to music has very few readers. Okay. In my website, I have, what am I doing? I have two posts in my website. Here it is. One is, you are what you read. That is from a book by Stephen Sample. In fact, I mentioned this when I gave the leadership lecture here, and this is from his book, Contrarian Guide to Leadership. It simply says, what you read is reflected in your personality. The other quote is, read and grow until you go. It's from journalist Mike Wallace. When he was 90, people asked him why didn't he retire, why is he still active? He said, retirement is not in my vocabulary. I want to grow until I go. So I add two words, read and grow until you go. I hope these two quotes will encourage young people to develop the habit of reading. But for myself, the benefit of reading is the knowledge I gain from the wisdom that is scattered over the pages of various books. For example, I give here a few quotes, some of which can serve as guides in our lives. First one, the author is actually the author of All Quiet on the Western Front, 西線無戰事. But he also has other books. This is from The Art of Triumph. It says, happiness is all around us. We only have to pick it up. The second one, when things cannot be altered, count your blessings, from the book Traveling to Infinity by Stephen Hawking's wife, Jane Hawkins. So what does it mean? When things cannot be altered, count your blessings. So for example, if the stock market fell in 1 week, I feel pretty bad, right? But I cannot change anything. Then I count my blessings. And I say, hey, how blessed I am to have my wife who doesn't care about money. So it's just a trivial example. So when things cannot be altered, when you encounter something that seems to be bad, count your blessings. Everybody has a lot of blessings. Winston Churchill said, courage is what it takes to stand up and speak. It's also what it takes to sit down and listen. The last one I already mentioned. Fong says, everything is interesting. Some humorous quotes. Mark Twain, my heart for one. Life would be infinitely happier if we could only be born at the age of 80 and gradually approach 18. Isn't that right? So we gradually become younger. And then Turgenev, this one is Turgenev. A man is capable of understanding everything, how waves propagate, what's going on in the sun. But how any other man can blow his nose different from him, that he is incapable of understanding. So we fight each other, nations fight each other, we have wars and so on. So that's just a humorous but insightful post. I challenged the reader of my memoir to come up 2 verses for to express the joy of reading, and it turns out, except for one, all the responses are from our family members. So here are some of the responses. For myself, this is about the joy of reading. 字里行間智慧藏，詩書萬卷任君嘗。My wife, 知識寶庫日月新，電腦書卷探古今。My father, who is no longer with us, 書成如入寶山中，業假觀書興未窮。My sister-in-law, 有涯車續路懷怨，焚高繼命樂不休。My good friend 徐孔達 of Chinese U, he's very special. He writes very long ones. 萬卷圖書道出宇宙神奇，生靈奧秘，令我心思迷醉。千條網子展露政治風雲，社群分化，使人動魄驚心。He's the only one outside our family to write something, to respond something. My good friend Cui Hong Da also sent me a poem called 永有人李啟芳. It starts with 洪公科研40年. In order not to embarrass myself, the rest I don't show here. So, but I really appreciate his poem. So in the last page, page 800, wow, it's heavy. Page 800 of the memoir, I said it is an honor to end these 2 volumes of stories with Cui Hong Da's erotic poem. So if you want to see what comes after 洪公科研40年, you have to go to page 800 of this, which you can go to the link if you are interested. Now, concluding remarks, I hope. Maybe I'm out of time. Okay. Concluding remarks. Be aware that long life is likely to await you in retirement. Never too early to develop interests which will make your retirement years enjoyable and meaningful, and which will enable you to grow until you go. For engineering educators, recognize that that is important to make students aware of the above somewhere in the curriculum. One easy and effective way is to invite retired alums who appear to enjoy their retirement to give talks to share their secrets and experiences. Let me close by pointing out that Confucius and Socrates figured out centuries ago that to seek knowledge is the surest way to happiness. This is true whether in your working years or in your retirement years. For myself, I seek knowledge through travel, listening to music, and reading. The Mike Wallace quote mentioned earlier can be modified to reflect this. Travel, read, listen, and grow until you go. Thankful for coming and listening for some 40 minutes, something like that. If this talk more something, you have to come up with 2 adjectives to decide this talk. It certainly is not academic. So this talk more something than academic has aroused your interest in thinking about the subject. These past 40 minutes have not been wasted. It is never too early to equip yourself with tools which will help you not only in your working years, but also in your retirement years. So the 2 adjectives I come up is 吹牛. Okay. So it's so nice for you to come to listen to, as I say, it's not an academic talk, it's a 吹牛.
Any other comments? Yeah, please.
What's your favorite book and all the books?
Favorite book? Wow, there are so many. But recently I read a short book, a biography of Socrates. It's in my review, recent review. That is one of my favorites. So you learn a lot from Socrates. As I said, he and Confucius figured out a long time ago to seek happiness. One sure way is to seek knowledge. Is one sure way to find happiness in this life. So that is one. But the one about Stephen Hawking is another. That is by his wife, Jane Hawkins. The quote that I show is, when things cannot be altered, count your blessings. So I always start counting that I have such a nice wife.
I just have to make a quick comment. A lot of the books you show there, actually, those by the classic book. My son actually read some of those, yes.
Wow.
So, when he was younger, much younger. So,
Your son read some of those books,
yeah,
right?
like, those by Dumas, for example.
Oh, Dumas, yeah. Dumas, the 5 volumes. I doubt
Not all of them, but
I doubt anybody has read all 5. I am the only one that I know.
the fact is that in order to make my son to read those books, I have to read those books myself too. So we compete.
I tell you,
That's why I read some of
Thomas, there's some similarity between Thomas and Kim Yong. I really think Kim Yong learned a lot from reading Thomas. Their style, you agree?
Kim Yong said that literally in his, he said that his writing is a lot
From Thomas? Wow, so I didn't know that, but I could guess there are 2 styles, some similarity. So anyway, I spend most of my waking hours either, have the music turned on as loud as I could, and give my wife a very hard time, or just read and never do any housework. So she was not happy. But I am happy.
Anyway, let us thank Jim again for sharing with us his experience and wisdom and so on. So we have some souvenir for the
Oh, another souvenir.
there are,
I can.
now this may be a bit heavy,
Oh,
but it looks, I would say, quite nice.
Wow.
Okay? So it is basically a dragon.
a
So we
dragon.
wish,
Oh,
Professor Lee, just like 龍精虎猛, right?
hey, what a coincidence! I'm the
so
year of the dragon.
Excellent. I did not know that.
Ah.
But I think
Yeah.
it's good, a symbol of longevity and energy. So that's why we
So I don't worry if I live to 200.
okay.
If I can still read.
Maybe we can take a picture, Professor Lee.
Oh.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
I can
yeah.
hold this for you.
Yeah.
I just worry a little bit about this, maybe a bit heavy for you to carry back, that's all. But
Oh.
maybe we can.
Oh, I can
But
carry.
because it is 我哋因為咁
嗰陣你哋去中間度咯。
咁樣，因為嗰啲 project 咗上。OK，
OK，
仲有。
仲有咩？
Professor Lee actually has the old version of our lab jacket, but now we are giving you a
new one.
version, a new one. Okay, okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you all of you for coming, and I hope you had enjoyed the talk and have a good evening.
Yeah.
Thank you.